9 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Antetokounmpo to win the drought. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Chicago Bulls, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
They've got Dosunmu, also Josh Giddey out there, Kobe White out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's the Wizard in at the 1. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Dosunmu's got his third basket on the night right there. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Tight defense on him. And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, the Bulls. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
The last pick of the first round in 2019, Porter Jr. plays with a chip on his shoulder. I love the competitive attitude.
Porter hits them both. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Dosunmu outside, fires from deep. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
White against Porter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on White. Porter, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porter. It's hauled in by White. And so here is Chicago. 30 straight for them is incredible. They now only trail the 71-72 Lakers for the longest winning streak in NBA history.
Look, you're talking about some of the all-time great teams in the history of the NBA to have a win streak of this magnitude. Gonna be fun to see if they can add one more here tonight.
Now here's Porter. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Green, the pass to Rollins. Nifty move. Chicago with a rebound. They've traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks and came away with the win.
And they won that last game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage. Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a 3-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been versatility is a big reason for that.
Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
From outside the arc, and Vucevic hits from deep. Vucevic has got 6.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. On the take, looking to win the run. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound.
They're still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. All right, a chance to check out stats for him. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Shooting for Milwaukee, Kevin Porter Jr. taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Will stand for the Bulls. The DeRozan, Levine, Vucevic era didn't lead to the playoff success they'd hoped for.
No, Brian, 2 losses in the play-in tournament and just 1 playoff appearance, which resulted in a quick first-round exit. Changes were definitely necessary.
Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo outside. Porter with it. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Giddey.
And such a threat with the basketball. Porter Jr. gets those fouls often.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And he drops the first. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Here's the Wizard. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
The Bucks have got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. Lillard finds Kuzma.
That puts them over the foul limit with plenty of time left. They have to be careful now.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
The Bucks making a switch here. Trent's checked in. 3-pointer, Vucevic nails it from beyond the arc. Vucevic has got 12 now in this quarter.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
The shot by Lillard, no good. The Bulls have gotten all 8 shots to go. A perfect second quarter so far. White, good.
I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And really, the story for me was his incredible defensive effort. One of the most impressive shot-blocking efforts you'll ever see.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The 3. Chicago with a rebound. The Wizards got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any points.
White for 3. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Here's Lillard. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Now here's Kuzma. He's covered by Dosunmu. Kuzma, the pass to Lillard. launches it from deep. It's hauled in by White. White's got 4 rebounds in the game. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Lillard passes to Kuzma. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Giddey.
Yeah, so skilled once he gets in close. Kuzma has so many moves around the rim.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
2 shots.
No good on that one. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Lillard looking around. Trent outside. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Portis for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Giddey. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the Wizard gets it to go.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Now here's Lillard, tightly guarded. To win the cold spell. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Chicago, showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. Hey, guys, wins and losses, the only thing that matters in the NBA?
Wait, are they the only things that matter in the league?
I care about much more than just winning. For example, MVP awards.
Yeah, we know you got one.
Should have had 2. Hey, Steve Nash.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Chicago Bulls.
Obviously, they've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
Yeah, in the second half, though, they got to mix it up a little more because those who live by the 3, you know the rest.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
First team foul.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. Now here's Lillard. Still without a bucket. Clock at 6. Releases. And no good, trying to use the glass.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Milwaukee now. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. And it's blocked. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Coach, one guy who's shown a lot of growth on the offensive side of the ball is Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah, it seems like the game is slowed down for him, and that's why everything he does looks better now. His first step, his decision-making, all of it, Brian.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Chicago making their last shot. Shot clock at 2. Here's Lillard. And another miss by Milwaukee.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And the Wizard gets it to go.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
The 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Still no points. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Lopez, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
You know, Brook Lopez has consistently evolved as a player.
Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Lillard. Chicago making their last shot. Trent outside. The baseline J. Chicago grabs the miss.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time you just couldn't get it done.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And here's Milwaukee now. The Bulls making their last shot. Lopez, the screen. From the high post. Trent's shot is off. Chicago with the ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. The Wizard. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Guys, he is on fire this quarter. I mean, what an incredible scoring performance.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Pass to Lopez. Trent outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on White. Trent against White. Trent, the pass to Lillard. And the Wizard pulls it down.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Counted from distance.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Porter Jr.'s checked in.
Number 3, Kevin Porter Jr.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Pass to Trent. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over to Sumu. And another miss by Milwaukee.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get
yet another bucket.
I mean, yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single year.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. Will it go? And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Here's the Wizard. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Looking to get it going. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here's Chicago. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Fires the 3, and it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Outside Porter. Pass to Lillard. To the wing, right side. Inside. Lopez finds Lillard. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
Here's the Wizard. Again, the Bulls score.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
To the middle. Vucevic with a steal. And a fast break now for the Bulls. For the finish, and the power finish by Vucevic.
2 physical points from Vucevic. He enjoys bumping down low.
They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And B.A., you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Porter looks it over. Over White. And another miss by Milwaukee.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their box
hits yet again. Wow.
I mean, he has been hot as a kettle and serving all comers.
And making a little history tonight. He's just tied for the 3rd most 50-point games in league history. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Ayo Dosunmu picks one up. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
It's hard to forget how much he struggled from the line during their last matchup.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's the Wizard. And so it's the Chicago Bulls making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Nikola Vucevic, Josh Giddey out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Kobe White, and it's the Wizard in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now Antetokounmpo. Outside Porter. And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, B.A. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world.
Milwaukee with the ball. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. Let's have a look at the early favorites to compete in this year's three-point contest. Many of the top shooters in the league.
Most of these guys are going to collect a ton of votes. And if this is who makes the final cut, then it's going to be a year to remember.
You take a look at White. He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing. And it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Portis a screen. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis,
he just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Trent.
Wow! This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Antetokounmpo with it. To end the run. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can. Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get out of Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going. Look, he's got to play smart now. One more foul and he's gone.
5th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Portis the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. Another one goes! Incredible! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Portis. With the teardrop. Chicago with a rebound. Here's the Wizard. There's the triple. Rebounded by Green.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Antetokounmpo outside. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Porter. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Chicago with the ball. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. Pass to White. From 17, and the jumper is good. White's got 22 points.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Bulls foul. Number 12.
Milwaukee making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr.
Kyle Kuzma. Damian Lillard.
Milwaukee with the ball. Lopez, the screen on White. Here's Trent. And it's blocked by Vucevic.
Well, defensively, Vucevic was in great position and times that perfect.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. Well, Stan, the minimum games threshold for postseason awards, it seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Would you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Lopez finds Kuzma. Now Trent. He's guarded by White. 6 to shoot. To stop the drought. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Kobe White picks one up.
15th foul. At the line for the Bucks, Gary Trent Jr. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Trent hits them both. Here's the Wizard. Here's the 3. And yes, another basket.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lillard.
Remaining in the game.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Kuzma outside. Chicago grabs the miss. White's got rebound number 8 now. Here's the Wizard. Another 3 for Chicago.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Back to Lillard. And the Wizard pulls it down. The Wizards got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bulls.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the Wizards.
They couldn't have asked more from him, putting up the sick triple-double. This is what winning is all about, playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
And the key for Lopez is getting established positioning. Once this happens, the D has to foul him.
Shooting from Milwaukee.
And he sinks the second.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Giddey. Over Trent. And again, it's Chicago.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Trent on the wing. He's guarded by White. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. Trent's shot is off. Here's the Wizard. Driving inside, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really shows what it's capable of.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time now for our player of the game.
Tell them how though, 'cause I noticed the bad acting like still in tune with the streets, see I can hear the got me staying on point, I feel like Derek Fisher. Hurt, man, I had to cut off my sisters. Almost on the fan, he blitzed me for a picture. I'm paranoid, so proceed with caution. When I'm mad, I got an attitude like Steve Austin. My dog and we all lost. Ain't no more.
And I was 14 with a small lock. No more fair ones, now we.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Alongside Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we got another seat right here. In the NBA, no better insider than Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, great to have you with us.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's great to be here. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Look at Richard Jefferson. He's like a kid in a candy store. He cannot wait to talk to you. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Clint Capella.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Josh Giddey is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic, and it's the Wizard, and it's White in at the shooting guard. And for the Hawks, the front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Here's the Wizard driving inside.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Young outside. Pass to Okongwu. Shams for the Bulls. The overall approach has seemed to be that here she goes and stay in our lane. Business as usual. But do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, a more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. A lot could happen with this team. Good stuff. Pass to Rizushea. Young looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. Here's the Wizard. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. White, good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Pass to Rizushea. Okongwu with a screen on Giddey. Here's Rizushea. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Well, Rizushea does a nice job of drawing the contact on his way up. Now a chance at the line.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, we sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They gotta keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Well, let me hear you there. Make some noise!
Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching the players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Johnson with a screen on White. Daniels with it, White on him. Just 4 to shoot. Trying to get open is Johnson.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
The Wizard passes to Vucevic. Over Okongwu. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
In the corner, Daniels. Pass to Rizichet. There's the triple. Rebounded by Vucevic.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with it?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. The Hawks trail by 15. And Young kicks to Okongwu. Poked away. Pass to Johnson. To end the drought. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
His first.
The Hawks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. Here's the Wizard. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can to make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. The Bulls leading by 15. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Johnson finds Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 on the clock. Daniels with it. White's there. Daniels, no good. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 20-3 run right now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
Team sports. Substitution for your Hawks. Clint Capella. Terrence Mann. Carries the hurt. Vic Ricci.
Capella trying to free himself up. Preachy, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
He gets that one. And chums like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen. Coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making the best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoy it a lot.
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to Charlotte.
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento one day. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped the 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming.
They love their kids.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to LeVert. 6 to shoot. And the foul called on Josh Giddey.
His second.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And so Young nails them both.
And it's become clear what a leader Young is on this team. He senses when they need an infusion of confidence and always tries to provide it. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. LeVert against White. Now here's LeVert. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. 4 on the clock. From the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. And you know what? We've run out of superlatives to describe this club. They've been untouchable. 31 straight wins. Do you hear me? 31. And sometimes it looks like they're not even breaking a sweat.
And while this has been a legendary run, this group seems to have a gift of the collective mentality to know that all of these wins don't matter if they don't bring home the Larry O'Brien trophy when the season is all said and done. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Is it out there with Kobe White? Then it's Dosunmu. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Here's Chicago. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Young. It's blocked. Now here's Giddey, defended by man. Another three for Chicago.
The 3.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Shot clock at 2. And it's LeVert missing. Here's Chicago. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job. And those players, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot in flux, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Okongwu down low. Vucevic on him. LeVert finds Niang. Shoots over Dosunmu. Niang, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Now, here is Young. He's covered closely. Pass to Niang. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard.
Number 24.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
So for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson comes in for George Niang. And it's Reza Shea in for LeVert. Got a piece of it. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's the Wizard. drills it from outside. The Wizards got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Young outside. Johnson surveying the floor. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. Here's Riesenshea. It's blocked. In transition, here come the Bulls. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Young with the ball. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Johnson outside. Young outside. Shot to stop the run. They grabbed their own miss.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of him.
Giddey's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Johnson outside. Inside. Here's Daniels. Chicago grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Screen by Young. Pass to Riesenshea. Clock at 6. Johnson with a screen on Giddey. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Now White. Finished off the break. White's got 6.
I mean, you got to be honest, so the transition defense just has been lacking.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. Just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, DA, love that attitude. 1:32 left in the first half. Young outside. Pass to Riesenshea. They could use a bucket. The rebound by Dosunmu. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And just great to have Shams join us, isn't it, guys? Such a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, no one is more locked in on the league. If there's a move happening, Shams knows about it before the players do.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Young. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Chicago has gotten all but one of the three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. White, good.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Hawks passing it around. Now Riesenshea. 32 points for him last game against Minnesota. That shot is off. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively. So what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. They're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest.
A bunch of long-range snipers, cold-blooded. Still a way to go with the selection process, but this is a strong start.
No question. I'd rather play alongside them than against them. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well, for the Chicago Bulls.
They're going to the arc, drilling shots, making it look simple, even by today's standards.
Yeah, you'd think a defense now would be more prepared to guard the three-point line, but that hasn't been the case. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3 slot. So that's the Hawks 5. Atlanta with the ball. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. And you look at the Wizard, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Here's Reza Shea. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Here's the Wizard, Giddey, and another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Pass to Johnson. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Dosunmu. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
The first one falls. So Johnson hits 2 of them. Just over a minute. And a half have passed here in the third quarter. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Dosunmu. Another 3 for Chicago.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And here's Young. Pass to Daniel. 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
Three-pointer, Daniels.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
Pass to Vucevic. Over Okongwu. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Vucevic has got 12 in the game. Hawks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Young outside. Here's Rizachet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson with a screen on Giddey. The Hawks again can't hit.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Here's the Wizard. Another three for Chicago.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And they get it. Vucevic with the block.
Powerful swat by Vooch, showing how effective he can be on D.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
On baseline, Jay, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Third personal.
It goes on Josh Giddey. The Hawks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. That free throw good from Daniels. LeVert's check in for Rizachet. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars.
Number 24.
Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generations to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
Pass to LeVert. Young sets a screen for LeVert. Drives to the hoop.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Averaging about 4 points, just over 3 blocks, and 8 rebounds. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, we talk so much about players getting hot offensively. Well, he's in that same type of groove defensively right now. He is a beast on that end of the floor.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
And the Hawks with possession here. Young outside. Pass to Okongwu.
Chicago foul. Nikola Vucevic, his 4th.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Okongwu. Chicago has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. The Wizard, good.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Young finds Johnson. They get a hand on it. Here's the break. Here's the Wizard. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him. Clock at 4. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
The Wizard, good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
White against LeVert.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. And it's sent back by White. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Mann subbed in for Young.
Terrence Mann.
LeVert in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Kobe White.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
And he knocks down the first one. Matthews, he's checked in for Atlanta. LeVert hits both of them. Here's the Wizard. He has 45 points. Three-pointer. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now, here's LeVert. Defense is right there. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. And the free throw drops for LeVert. And the Hawks making a change here. Nance is checked in. He doesn't get the second one. And Chicago has possession. Driving the one, and another one falls. Amazing.
It's incredible. This is what he does.
Another 50-point game for him. Now tied for second place all time.
Right there with Michael Jordan, who also made a habit of taking over offensively. Both guys are on a whole nother level.
Here's LeVert. Chicago grabs the miss. Dosunmu's got 6 rebounds here tonight. With the drive, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Hawks. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And stolen by White. One-on-one fast break.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And I think what we've seen tonight, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
26 seconds left to play in the third. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's the Wizard. LeVert defending. Here's White. sinks the triple. White's got 15 points.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
They need this. LeVert off target at the rim. And so it's Chicago, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for Chicago right now, they've got Dosunmu. Kobe White is out there with the Wizard, and it's Vucevic, and it's Giddey in at the small forward. On the wing, man. Giddey defending, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Remains Atlanta ball.
Stolen. And here we go, the Bulls fast break.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Now, here is Young. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
There's LeVert. 2 shots.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. And so he hits both. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Wizard. Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
LeVert with it. To the middle. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Back to man. And Vucevic pulls it down. The Bulls have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. On the trifecta.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Screen by Capella. Here's Young into the lane. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Dosunmu's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
For Atlanta, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's the Wizard. Another bucket. Wow!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. White against LeVert. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Young outside. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Wizard. A 3-ball. Another possession. Another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Now, here is Young. He's guarded closely. They need this one. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lets it go with a 3. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Now, here is Young. Guarded closely. And it's LeVert missing. And so here is Chicago. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Dosunmu. And the Bulls, another 3.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And Young kicks to Niang. Richard, who do you think is the most impactful player right now in the NBA?
I stand by this. As long as LeBron James is wearing an NBA uniform, he is first, second, and third. The ratings say that. The money says that. As long as he is playing, he will be the most impactful player in the NBA.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Jalen Johnson. And good. He hits it again.
And as he continues to fill it up, guys, he's nearing first place all time for points in a season.
Yep, historically dominant, GA. He's put them on his back all season long.
And Wilt Chamberlain scoring 4,029 points back in 1962. A whole different era, to be sure, but to surpass that now would be almost inconceivable.
Reza Shea, he's checked in for George Niang. Chicago with the ball. Pass to Dosunmu for 3, and another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Young outside. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's the Wizard. Driving to the basket. Banked in off the glass.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Here's Reza Shea. Giddey defending. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough
to contain.
RJ, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
Johnson outside. On its way from Young for two. Can't nail the jumper.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Wizard.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Looking to end the run. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Team is in the penalty.
And that one falls for Okongwu.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Okongwu. Here's the Wizard. Here's Vucevic. And there it is for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Wizard.